and today we're going to be doing an after work yoga flow. So if you're doing this in the present time, most likely you're like me and you're working from home. So it is even more important than ever to be able to set yourself a little bit of time at the end of the day to be able to step away from what you were doing, reconnect with the body, reconnect with the breath, and give yourself a new cleansed space to be able to move in and enjoy the rest of your evening. So let's do that together today. And if you'd like to, I like to set my space a little bit nicely, get some stuff around me that I like, get some incense for sure, and put on something that you feel really nice in. If you're doing this straight out of work and you can't be arsed, fine. It's going to be quite an easy class. So anyway, we've just spent the whole day sitting, so let's start at the top of the mat in a standing position. So get your feet hip width distance apart, roll those shoulders down the back a few times. Maybe already feeling some tension there from hunching over a computer screen all day. That is fine. We're here now to undo the day's work. And then just bringing them forward. While we're doing this, connecting with the breath. Connecting with all four corners of both of your feet, feeling solid and grounded. Seeing if you can tuck that tailbone under and get a nice long spine. And then slowly stop. The shoulder rolls, close the eyes and bring the hands together at heart center. Enjoy this first few moments of stillness. Check in and see if your mind is racing after all the notifications and tasks and projects and conversations all day. And set the intention for this class for yourself to be to forget about everything that you've done and everything that you need to do today, and give yourself these just few moments together that we have on the mat to enjoy yourself, give some self-care, self-love, and feel good in your body and mind. Take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh out the mouth. One more like this. Inhale through the nose and sigh out the mouth. Drop the hands down by your sides. You can open the eyes. Let's inhale, bringing those arms up above the head, stretching out the body. And then exhale, bend at the knees and swan dive forward. So really take up as much space as you can, letting your hands rest on the ground with your knees bent or not. And then we're just going to inhale, come to a flat back position. So your hands come up to your shins, or they can stay onto the mat. Just getting a nice long spine from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And then you're going to exhale back into that nice forward fold with the bent legs if needed. And then inhale, tuck the chin into the chest, arms coming back up overhead, stretch. And let's do this a few more times, half sun salutations. So exhale, bending knees, coming into that forward fold. Inhale, hands coming up the shins, coming to a flat back. Exhale, bending the knees, back to that forward fold. And inhale, chin to chest, arms coming up, come back up to standing. And again, exhale, bending at the knees, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, back up to standing. Great work. Now exhaling, coming back into that forward fold. This time we're going to stay there. Keep the knees bent and we're going to come into ragdoll. So knees bent, drop the head, make sure that the head and the neck and the shoulders are completely heavy. And then interlace your hands in either elbow and just rock from side to side and breathe deeply. Make sure that head and neck are completely heavy. You can check this by nodding your head yes and no, seeing if it's completely relaxed here, allowing your shoulders to drop, and feeling that really deep stretch along the lower back. I know I definitely feel it right now after sitting all day.
breathing into that space. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly release the hands grips, planting those hands wide on the mat. Step the right foot back and step your left foot back, and then just slowly push those hips back, coming into our first downward facing dog. So taking our time here, we've been busy all day, to just pedal out the feet. So bending one knee at a time, shaking the head again, making sure there's no tension here. Pushing through all 10 fingers, keeping any strain off those wrists. Allowing the shoulder blades to drop down the back, giving your neck some more space. Breathing deeply here, taking any movement that you feel you'd need at this moment. And then slowly coming back to stillness. And we're going to slowly drop those knees down onto the mat and meet our way into a nice tabletop position. So, hands under, the shoulders over the wrists, and then also the hips over the knees. Plant those hands really nice and wide and get a good grip with your hands here on the mat. And we're going to come into some cat-cows. So inhale, dropping the belly, opening the chest, gazing up, feeling that stretch along the front body. And exhale, pushing through the mat this time, gazing towards your belly button. Hello, belly. And inhale, dropping the belly, opening the chest, gazing up. And exhale, pushing that mat away, gazing towards the belly button, feeling that nice stretch along the back and the shoulders. 2 more times in your own breath. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back to center, bringing the left hand into the middle of the mat, and inhale, bring that left arm up into the air. Now just take a second here, enjoying this nice spinal twist, using the core to activate the twist. And when you're ready, exhale, loop that right hand under the left, and we're going to drop that shoulder blade down, drop your right ear down as well, and your right palm is facing up, and we're in a nice shoulder stretch here. So I'm going to turn to face you in case you need to check. You're going to be using that left hand to push into the mat and see if you can get that twist even more in the spine. And as you do so, you should feel the stretch in the right shoulder blade even more. Exhale. Deeply inhale here. And exhale, allow your head to really melt in the mat. Inhale. And exhale. And then slowly inhale, bringing that right arm up to the sky. And exhale, right hand comes down. Other side, left arm goes up. Taking a moment here to enjoy this nice core activation. Before we exhale and loop that left arm under this time, same thing, other side. Left ear comes onto the mat, right palm's pressing down, left palm is facing up. And we breathe deeply into this left shoulder blade. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then slowly inhale, pushing through that right hand, lifting the left arm up. And exhale, coming back down. Now let's look at our lower body by bringing that right foot forward into a nice low lunge. Do whatever you need to get there. Having your hands maybe on the fingertips here as you bring that right hip into the body, making sure that both hips are parallel. And then if you're ready, you can also bring those hands onto your right knee, rolling the shoulders down the back. And if you're ready, you can bring that left arm up, feeling the extension of the left fingertips to the ceiling, really stretch out that left hip flexor. And if you want even more, you can bring the right fingertips by your hip and then just lean back a little bit
as we really open up that left hip flexor here while we're still getting the hip stretch of the low lunge. One more deep breath here. And exhale. And then slowly coming back forward, bringing the hands into the inside of the right foot, walking that right foot slightly out to the side. And if this is too much for you, please grab some blocks or pillows and use it like this. Otherwise, get onto those fingertips, onto the hands, or for 2 breaths, you can come onto your forearms as well if you're feeling quite open in the hips today. But really do whatever feels comfortable for you. Breathing here. Getting deep into those hips. Maybe swaying from side to side. And exhale. One more breath here. And exhale. Slowly coming back up onto the hands. Let's toe heel that right foot to the left side of the mat. Dropping those hips down, coming into pigeon pose. Everyone's favourite. And then bringing the fingers down onto the mat. Lift up those hips. Drop them nicely. Again, if this is too much, get something under here to prop you up as you still open up the glutes and the hips. And then for 2 breaths, you're going to walk your hands out forward if you can, or maybe even bring the forehead onto the hands and let your body sink into the mat. Inhaling deeply here. And exhaling, sighing out the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly coming back up onto the hands. You're going to just bring that right knee to meet the left and sit back into a child's pose for a moment. You can have your knees wide or together, just as we reset before we take it to the other side. Allowing your lower back to lengthen, getting the hips dropping down towards the heels as much as possible. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly pulling yourself back up, and we go to the other side. So bringing the left foot forward this time into our low lunge. And again, just doing whatever feels comfortable for you here until we maybe lift those hands up onto the knee. And again, maybe you want to bring this time the right arm up, getting that beautiful extension here. And maybe you want to drop those left fingertips by your side. Again, if you can't do this, you can also bring your left hand onto your hip to keep that stability. And lean back, keeping the chest open. One more breath here in this intense hip stretch. And then exhale, slowly windmill those hands down. Frame that front foot, walking the foot out to the side and coming into our lizard pose as we did last time, however is comfortable for you. Breathing deeply here. Inhale. And exhale. Letting the hips sink down. And exhale. Slowly coming back up onto those hands, toe heeling this foot to the other side of the mat, dropping your hips down, walking that back leg out, and again pressing through the fingers to lift the hips and drop them down when they feel parallel. And coming into your pigeon pose for those 2 beautiful, long and deep breaths, wherever you did last time or whatever feels good for you on this side. Inhaling deeply. And exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. And this time slowly lifting up onto the hands. If you were down on the forearms, you're just going to bring that right foot to meet the left. Coming into our butterfly pose, which is our last pose of the day. So really enjoy this nice hip opener. And we're going to lean forward, up and over our feet, bringing the forearms down, and we're going to feel a really deep stretch in the lower back to close. So inhale, first of all, getting that spine long, shoulder blades down the back, and breathing in up, and coming over, and placing the forearms down if you can. If this is too much, maybe come onto the fingertips and drop the chin into the chest. Either way,
Getting into this nice deep hip stretch and lower back stretch. Inhale and exhale. One more, inhale and exhale, sigh out the mouth. And before we come up, take a moment here coming back to that intention and seeing if that relaxed state and that feeling of presence you could actually bring in to more parts of your life, more areas of your day. And when you're ready, come tucking that chin in towards the chest, rolling yourself back up, and thanking yourself for joining me on the mat today. Hopefully you feel awesome. I definitely know I do, and it's the end of my work day.